Hey, no. 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 Ugh. What's up, everybody? Welcome. We've got another mock draft tonight, a 12-team mock draft. I'm not in my usual spot because I am watching the preseason game between the Eagles and the Patriots. I'm also got my dogs here, so I'm a little distracted. But I'm still gonna crush this draft. What we got? We got 12 team. Let's do this. We got 12 team. I think it's 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, full PPR. So I don't know if you guys have been watching the preseason game, but I'm a little disappointed, or not disappointed. Yeah, I guess disappointed is the word, but Jalen Hurts not playing tonight. He has an illness, but they said it's not COVID related. So Joe Flacco's been out there. The Eagles offense has done nothing. Flacco fumbled. They ran the ball 3 times into a wall. Here we go. Flacco dropping back. Bounces one to Jordan Howard. Yeah. Cam actually looked halfway decent. Damian Harris got a touchdown for you, Damian Harris fans. He didn't catch any passes because James White did that, but he got a touchdown. Hey, you guys, no, stop it. My dogs are behind me trying to, hey, stay over here. I think the Eagles offense is actually going to be better than people think. They got a dynamic quarterback, good pass catchers, good running back room, and that offensive line is going to be a lot better than last year. I don't think they're going to be like an elite offense, but I think they could be like middle of the pack. I think we're waiting on Stinger. I think all of Joe Flacco's passes so far have gone to running backs. Lester Boom has his first real draft this Saturday. Hopefully all this training has paid off. I mean, I hope so. The heck, man. Just don't choke. Just treat it like one of these drafts. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, let's get Stinger and take a shot on here. Yeah, so tonight, so in case you're just hopping in, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 12 team draft, full PPR. Just waiting on take your shot. There's Stinger just came on. Okay, we're just waiting on take your shot now. By the way, Kyle Ellis think this is his first draft with us. All right, looks like everybody is on. Here we go. So this is probably a very similar draft to what a lot of you have. 12 team, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, 1 QB, 1 tight end, full PPR. So let's see how it goes. Caffrey, pretty standard there. Dalvin Cook, standard. Now it's me. I know. I'm going to keep it standard. I'm going to go Kamara. So far, pretty consensus-y. Lagoon can get spicy. Let's see what he does. He can get spicy sometimes. He's got his guys, the guys he likes, and respect to that. Eckler, I mean, I like Eckler. Wow, Zeke at the 8. That's very good. Very good. All right, Buster Boom. You trying to win or you trying not to lose? Let's see. Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, I don't mind that. If you're like scared of Barkley, you're worried about Barkley, I don't mind Adams there. I don't mind that pick at all. If you're a little nervous about Barkley. Oh, I didn't notice Barkley went at the 5. My bad. I missed that. What's up, Mikey?
What's up? Sorry, I'm late to the Zoom.
That's all right. It's just you and me right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good old Pierre.
I don't know. He's busy these days. There's another catch by James White.
What's going on with Jalen Hurts? I heard he's dealing with some illness or something.
Yeah, but they said it's not COVID related.
Mm-hmm.
Although I almost wish it was. Then it lessens the chance he gets COVID.
Are easily identifiable.
What's that?
I just thought it was easily identifiable.
Easily identifiable?
Yeah. So you just it was? Because you said you.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. I can't hear you.
Said you wish.
Yeah, I can't hear you. You're saying that I wish it was COVID?
Did you say you wish it wasn't COVID?
No, I said I wish. I mean, obviously, if it was COVID, I would hope he would be fine and wouldn't be severe. But the reason I said that is because then it lessens the chance that he'll get COVID during the season.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, James White out here catching a zillion passes.
Raising his ADP.
Yeah. On the plus side, Joe Flacco has looked horrendous, and he's only thrown one pass to a wide receiver, and it was like to Devonta Smith 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. So everybody who said Joe Flacco looked good last week because he threw an 80-yard bubble screen touchdown. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I went RB in the first. I normally go RB here as well, so I'm going to go Najee. This is a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex, by the way, if you're not aware.
All right. Well, maybe if nobody's listening, we can just talk about whatever.
But yeah, we can just talk about whatever. I mean, not whatever, but like football related.
Well, no, I mean, we don't have to worry about talking about players into people drafting them. Say like Arsenal drafting George Kittle right now. See if it happens. Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought about Kittle there, but man, when we did this 10-teamer, well, it was also 2 flex. I really hated my team after I took Waller in the third. I went RB Waller, and I really hated my team. Kyle Ellis, robust running back.
We're doing 2 wide receiver, 2 running back. Are we doing 2 flex?
No, just 1 flex. Just 1 flex. Which I think makes it easier to take an early tight end.
Yeah.
Which Vagoon getting Eckler, Kelsey at the 2-7.
Pretty good.
Very good. Man, I know. Jacoby Myers touchdown, baby. Everybody's sleeping on Jacoby Myers.
Is Nelson Aguilar playing?
He was. Yeah, he started.
Hmm.
I gotta say, Cam looked pretty good that first quarter.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
What are you watching the game on?
NFL Network.
Oh, okay.
I just realized Stinger took Pitts over George Kittle.
Oh boy.
But I think he autoed.
Oh, okay.
Autoed. But I think he said a Q.
Oh no. He was down and he had a little redemption and then right back down. Man, my laptop is not cooperating today. Trying to pull up Sleeper and it's not working. I'm having a draft on my phone. Did you see that stuff about Stafford throwing like 3 picks yesterday at practice with the Raiders?
Yeah. I don't pay any attention to that stuff.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter, and I don't know. Everything with Twitter, I take like with a grain of salt because everyone can just like say whatever. But everyone's like losing their minds about it. But I'm like, it's practice. Like he's gonna make hard throws because it's practice. Like he's gonna.
Yeah, I
It doesn't
remember.
matter. He's going to do whatever he wants.
Remember in OTAs, Tua threw 5 picks in one practice, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And now nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's like I don't care about that stuff.
I don't know. Like, then I think that, and then people are like, so I think that if people are saying, "Oh, well, that doesn't matter," guys that are in the league for a long time don't do that. Okay, well, you can say whatever you want. That doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, not to mention he's got a
Yeah,
new offense, new system, and yeah,
right.
like you said, they might be trying plays that they might not use during the season. So
Right.
yeah, I'm not worried about Stafford.
But hearing some encouraging things about Swift, so
What?
figured out.
He's actually back at practice.
Yeah. Yep.
That was all I heard was he was back at practice.
Yeah, I heard that and that they were gonna try to give him the majority of the work from now on. So see how that goes. Not saying I'm off Jamal Williams at all, but
Oh, he got taken. That's a problem with these drafts, man.
what?
Everybody gets all the good players get taken. All right, it's a reach, but he's my guy.
Did you see that stuff about people were reporting that he looks like he's still playing a little injured?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll start slow. I almost took Ayuk over Sutton.
Yeah, that's the thing I was wondering because they were saying that, but I'm like, I don't expect him to go out there and look like I don't expect him to go out there and look like 100% immediately. Like
Yeah,
I expect them to ease him in either way, like even if he felt 100%. So, but
okay, at least he didn't snipe me there. Devonta Smith should have made that catch.
So, what is your current feeling on the James Robinson, Travis Etienne situation?
My
Are
current
you in on James Robinson? Are you out on him?
I mean, I'm probably a little more in on him than I was after the draft. Not as in on him as I was before the draft, when I thought,
Yeah.
when I was like, there's no way they're going to draft a first round. When I thought they're going to draft a first round, I didn't think there was any chance they're going to draft a first round running back. But we'll see. I think he may be the starter by name, but I don't think that's going to give him necessarily starter level workload, because I think Carlos Hyde is going to be involved too now. That's what worries me.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know. I think that Carlos Hyde means bad news more for Etienne than James Robinson at this point. Just because I think James Robinson has, just after last season, established that he's capable of leading the backfield, and from the off season on to up till now has proven that he can still do it. And based off the last preseason game, we'll have to see who knows next. The next two preseason games might be all Travis Etienne or all Carlos Hyde. I mean,
Exactly.
we might be having a totally different conversation next week. So, but we'll see. For now, I'm in on James Robinson, but
yeah, I think he'll still have a big enough role.
did Sleeper update their listing?
They're what?
Their player list?
I think so. I think they did.
As a Lions fan, it feels gross to take Corey Davis over Kenny Galladay, but that Giant situation is just gross to me.
Yeah, I'm not touching Kenny Galladay this year personally.
Yeah. I was hesitantly in on him earlier in the offseason just because I know how big he is. I thought, well, I know Danny Dimes likes to sling it, so even if he's not that accurate, I know he can get up there and he's good at contested catches and stuff. But man, I know Galladay's health is kind of in question, but the whole team looks like a dumpster fire right now, so I'd rather avoid it right now.
Yeah, exactly. Who is that? That's a fullback. Actually, I should have gone with a different wide receiver over board. I didn't realize he was still on the board.
Maybe he'll fall back. Yeah.
Uh, I can't even tell when the Eagles are playing their starters or backups because they have like some backups out there, some starters.
Hmm.
Stinger, Michael Thomas. They're on the clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, select it. You might fix that. Yeah.
Who do you
It's
want?
just spinning. It was Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, please. Thanks. No, Brandon Cooks.
You don't want Jared Cook?
No. Thanks.
All right, Curtis Samuel's who I should have taken over Tyler Boyd. I can't believe I forgot about Curtis Samuel. I dropped the ball on that one.
Has there been any updates about his
Oh, Joe Flacco threw an interception that was dropped. Any updates about what?
groin injury?
They brought him up off of PUP, and they said they're just gonna work him in slowly. I think he'll be fine.
Mm.
It feels like every player has a groin injury right now. Oh man, I should have been intercepted.
So is it just me, or does it seem like Antonio Brown is slowly creeping up everyone's draft boards?
Yes, he is.
Because I kind of am getting the feeling that, well, I mean, before this whole fight thing, which was kind of awesome actually, but that I'm kind of getting the feeling that I'm actually starting to worry about the value of even Mike Evans if Antonio Brown plays a whole season. Because Tom Brady might, because Tom Brady has a love affair with him. So
With Mike Evans?
no, with Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah.
It just might be Antonio Brown and Gronk all season.
Yes, I do like Gronk this year.
Yeah, I grabbed him in one of our best ball leagues as one of my tight ends, but just like purely for like the touchdown upside. But Antonio Brown is like kind of like sneaking up like the draft boards, like from what I've been noticing.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. He definitely is. I just saw a video. Jalen Hurts was warming up before the game,
Yeah.
and he looked totally fine. I mean, granted, it's just a handoff, and then he does like a little shimmy shake dance with his center.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Who was that?
That was Jalen Hurts.
Hmm. You said Jalen Hurts is playing?
No, no, no.
Oh.
But he was warming up
Huh.
during pregame warmups. They said this was Jalen Hurts during pregame warmups and looked good. Eagles say he came down with an illness. Joe Flacco started.
Huh. That's weird.
That is weird.
I don't know if that's more concerning or less concerning.
Yeah. Well, it's either they've decided, you know what, we don't need to play it tonight. Because they did joint practices all week with the Patriots.
Right.
So maybe they're just like, we don't need to play tonight. Or something's going on. Or he did, or maybe he did. Maybe it's like, you know how it is. If you eat something bad, it can hit you out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's some people speculating it was a trade, which I'd be okay with that.
People speculate it's a trade like every time there's a news article.
That's true. But at least as long as I don't care if the Eagles trade for Deshaun Watson, as long as Jalen Hurts gets traded to the Texans. Like, don't make Jalen Hurts the backup.
Yeah, I don't understand why the Texans would make a trade that wouldn't include a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. Mac Jones threw an interception that was dropped. And I just don't think I get Deshaun Watson is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. But with all the legal stuff right now, I just don't see how you trade for him right now.
Yeah.
With so much unknown about his future.
They've been dragging it out so much. I don't.
Well, it's going to drag out even longer, I guess, because I think it's not till like February that the all right, I'm going to stay on brand here. Stay on brand. I know he didn't play tonight, but it's okay. Well, I was hoping some running backs would get taken after my Jalen Hurts pick.
And now it's too many to pick from.
I just don't like any of them. Was hoping some of these crappy ones would go off the board. But it's fine. I'll just reach a little bit. Arsenal.
Latavius Murray.
Not quite that much.
That news about him possibly getting cut was so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? What person is even going to believe that?
There was a couple.
They would just cut him.
There was like 2 Saints beat writers that both said it, but then Nick Underhill, who's like the most probably the most connected beat writer for any team, said he does not expect them to cut Murray.
Like, I get if they would trade him to get under like their cap, but like, why would they cut him? Like, for what reason would they cut him?
Yeah. And like, who's trading for 31-year-old Latavius Murray? Nobody. Nobody's trading for Latavius Murray. And I haven't heard anything about like Devonta Freeman looking amazing, or like where they would think like, okay, Freeman's good enough, we don't need Murray anymore. So no, I think Murray's going to be. He knows the system, he knows the offense. He's been good. When Kamara has missed games, Latavius Murray has been very good. I can't see them cutting Latavius Murray. So Mike Garofalo said Hurts' illness is not COVID-19 related. All right. They don't do they don't
He's just got the runs.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so we have 2 auto drafters now. There's only 3 picks left. I was gonna say they don't. Didn't I see something where marijuana is no longer? If you test positive for marijuana, they don't care anymore, right? Did I see that?
I didn't see that.
I thought I saw that.
I would have thought that would have been on front center of Twitter.
I thought I saw it like early in the off season or something. I mean, come on. How many states have legalized marijuana? I don't even smoke marijuana, but how many states have legalized marijuana?
No, I totally agree.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy that it's not. But
I'll tell you why. And I'm a middle-aged white man, but I'm not a rich middle-aged white man. It's because the NFL is run by old rich white dudes. That's why you can't taunt. That's why you can't smoke weed, because they think it's like, oh, that's so bad for the brand. You can't do any of that stuff. They better be careful, man. They're going to become Major League Baseball.
Yeah,
that's the problem with Major League Baseball. It's run by really rich old white dudes, and that's why baseball is no fun. Like, you hit a home run and you flip your bat, and next at bat you get hit in the head.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you see Calvin Johnson's Hall of Fame speech?
No, but I heard he didn't say anything about the Lions.
Yeah, it was very classy. Like, I expected him to kind of like snub the Lions. He didn't do it. He was very classy about it. I guess some people were kind of mad he didn't. He like specifically called out some people, like called them out, like, or gave them shout outs, but he didn't say anything about Stafford, even though he was there in the audience. Which I didn't think was a big deal or anything, but yeah, he didn't say anything about the Lions or their organization, which, I mean, is better than him saying anything bad about them. Like, I'm
Oh,
totally on his side about it. They've been terrible to him, like about contract and money and asking for money back and stuff. Like,
yeah. Did you see? They said that they would give him back the money that they made him give back, but he had to do like all these appearances and stuff. It's like,
yeah,
so it's like we'll give you back the money, but you have to work for it. You're gonna have to work for it. It's like, come on. But it's pretty crazy to me because Barry Sanders was my favorite player growing up. I watched his games all the time. I would like anytime they were on. I lived in Southern California, so his games weren't on very often. But when they were, I always made sure to watch them.
mm-hmm.
And um, dude, two of their best players of all time. Basically, they wanted to play for the Lions so not like they wanted to not play for the Lions so badly that they just chose retirement.
Right.
Like Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson both chose to retire rather than play for you. Like, dude, what? Come on, Detroit.
Well,
Come on, Detroit.
it's kind of it's the same for Stafford. Like in his interviews, where he talks about it, he's like, I wanted to play for the Lions for the rest of my life, but it got to the point where like I had to decide like if I wanted did I want to keep playing for the Lions or did I want to keep playing football?
Dang. Yeah, that's
And I'm like,
what are they doing there? What are they doing there in Detroit?
yeah,
I'm gonna hold on. Does this guy? What does this guy need anything? He's got a tight end. I'm just gonna give not two QBs. I'll give him Henry Ruggs.
yeah. But no, the thing I was saying about Calvin Johnson was like part of his commencement speech was because he owns a business in here in Michigan for marijuana. Um, so part of his speech was like about research and about how I didn't know this, but apparently he's like partnered up with like national like researchers and I forget what colleges, but like big name colleges for like medical research and advocating for like sports like medical research and mental health and like that was like one of the last things he was saying about it. So I guess he's been one of the people like advocating for it to be more accepted in the NFL. So that's why when you said that about it being more allowed, I was surprised because I hadn't heard anything about that.
I thought I saw some. Let me see. I mean, I could definitely be wrong on this. Yes, in March 2020, a collective bargaining agreement approved by NFL team owners removed the possibility of players being suspended for games over positive tests for any substance, not just marijuana.
Huh. Wait, being removed for any game for any positive what?
But they still okay. So here's what it says. So it says players who test positive for over 150 nanograms of THC will still be punished. The previous limit was 35.
I mean, it's a lot more,
Although these
I don't know how
players,
much that is.
yeah, I don't know how much that is, but it says although these players will still be allowed to play, so they don't get suspended, they can still play. They will be required to pay fines.
Hmm.
So there's still a penalty for smoking marijuana. It's just you can still play, but you got to pay a fine because
So now it's a question of how much the fine is
yeah,
and how much 150 nanograms is.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, it used to be 35, so at least they went up almost 5 times. I don't know. I don't know if that's a significant amount or not, though. But I still think it's dumb. Like, dude, come on. All right. Ooh, Damian Williams to end. I like that pick. All right, I guess I'll grade this thing real quick. So we'll start with Frednell 98. McCaffrey, McLaurin, Waller at the 3-1. That's really good. Dobbins, you know how I feel about that. Josh Allen. Antonio Brown a reach, but as your wide receiver 2, maybe not so bad. You're going to be flexing Carter, Anderson, Pittman, Jones, Lindsey Williams. I mean, it's hard to knock a team with Christian McCaffrey, Terry McLaurin, and Darren Waller. But I don't really like what he did after that, to be honest. But I still think those 3 guys will carry him pretty well. So I'm going to give him a 7-5. But I think this team could have been really good. Maybe a few different picks. All right, Arsenal, who didn't know it was 2 running back until I think like pick 5 or 6. Dalvin Cook, Allen Robinson, Mike Evans, Brandon Ayuk, Jamar Chase, Chenault. I mean, wide receivers are stacked. Dalvin Cook. You're obviously going to have no issue with your flex. Edmonds, David Johnson, Hubbard. Yeah, I mean, RB2 is certainly going to be an issue, of course. Goddard, Rogers. Rogers in the 9th. That's really good. Yeah, the RB2 is a little bit of an issue, which, I don't care too much about. If Edmonds hits, this team could be really good. I'm going to give him an 8. Skip me. All right, on to Kyle Ellis, who picked most of his team. I think he picked up their pick 9. Went with the robust running back start, which I don't mind that in this format. But then he went Lockett, Henderson, and this is going to be the problem. Like, okay, so you're going to flex Henderson or Mixon. That's fine. Andrews, Prescott, that's fine. But now you're looking at Chark, Landry, and Ruggs as your wide receiver 2. That's not good. Not good. Not good. We're really going to have to lean on those running backs, which could work. Which could work out. But, man, I don't really like having low ceiling wide receivers as my wide receiver 2. And Tyler Lockett as your wide receiver 1. There's going to be some – yeah, he's got the high ceiling, but he's got the really low floor too. So I'm going to give this a 7-5. I think I would have liked it better if he'd gone instead of Henderson, I don't know, Judy, Devonta Smith, Tyler Boyd, whatever, Davis, whoever, somebody like that. But, all right, Stinger. Oh, Stinger. Barkley Allen, that's an awesome start. And then you go Kyle Pitts over George Kittle, Chris Carson, Miles Sanders. Michael Thomas is your wide receiver 2. That's going to be dicey. Juju, Brown, Brady, Gronk. Got the Brady Gronk stack at least, although I don't know why you need Gronk when you have Pitts.
Let's just put it this way. I thought this whole team was an auto pick.
Yeah, but he set his Q, so maybe I shouldn't grade it. Because he did set his Q, but it was pretty much autoed, so I'm going to skip it. It's too hard to grade that team anyways. That's a mishmash of mess. Bagoon, Eckler, Kelsey. I mean, Kelsey at the 2-7. That's what are we doing letting Kelsey go to the 2-7 in a 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex format? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, look, Jeremy jumping on right at the end. Edwards-Helaire, Mahomes. Definitely don't. I mean, I don't dislike Mahomes, but I don't like taking him that early. Beckham, Galladay, Fault. See, here's the problem now. This is why I don't think I like your first 3 picks. I don't think you needed Mahomes there. I think if you would have gone with a receiver there, you have much better receivers. What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, man?
Beckham, Galladay, Fuller, Mooney, Callaway, Davis. I don't dislike those receivers, but those aren't guys I want to be counting on every single week. They'll have some nice weeks, but they're going to have some really bad weeks too. So,
this is what we talk about with bouncing back from an early tight end pick when you don't double down by then picking a quarterback because then you see how your team ends up.
Yeah, I think instead of Mahomes, you would have gone
even more doubling down with bad wide receiver picks.
Yeah, I think if instead of Mahomes, you would have gone wide receiver, or even instead of Edwards-Helaire, which I like Edwards-Helaire, so I think he can be good. Yeah, this team would have been better, but I know it's only a 2 wide receiver league, but he's going to have to flex one of those wide receivers because he's not flexing Madison or Pollard. So he's going to have to play 3 of those guys every week. That's dicey.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to give this one a. They want to give this one a. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5. All right, Mikey, Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, Robert Woods, Swift. A little homerism, but it's fine. James Robinson, Davis. I mean, I like Davis, but that seems early. Cooks, like I said, I think Samuel was a pick. I think Samuel was a pick for me at 6'10" as well. Gesicki's fine. Jamal, you got the Lions stack, I guess, running backs. Aguilar, Tannehill, that late is good. James White's fine. I definitely think this is probably more on par with Arsenal's team. I gotta be honest, I haven't come across a team that I think is really beastly yet, but I think this is also an 8.
I think this team's just fine.
Yeah, it's not like a knockout team, but it's just fine. All right, Ale, Zeke, AJ Brown, Cooper Kupp, Chris Godwin, Kareem Hunt. That's not bad. Devonta Smith, Noah Fant, Justin Herbert. And he took some running backs and Jalen Reagor. So this might be my favorite team so far because I do, he's going to be flexing Chris Godwin, which is that's a very good flex. Kareem Hunt's a solid RB2. He's got some decent depth. He got Herbert. He got Fant. I think so far this is my favorite team. Still don't feel like it's a world beater, but I feel like it's the best team so far. So I'm going to give it an 8.5. All right, Buster Boom practicing for his real draft. Let's see what he did. Adams, Metcalf, Kittle, Higgins. I mean, that's a lot of upside right there. Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, Gordon. Obviously, running back. Anytime you start 3 wide receiver and a tight end, running back's going to be dicey. I maybe would have well, let's see. Let me look at the running back. I don't know what else he could have done.
I feel like I would have gone, like, obviously hindsight is better, but
yeah,
I would have gone for one solid running back that is proven. Like, I probably would have gone Mike Davis over Javonte.
Yeah.
Just to start, to know, because he's like a solid running back.
Yeah.
Javonte has like the upside, but like you don't know for sure.
But I would also argue in his case, he also got Melvin Gordon, so he's got it covered no matter which way it goes.
That's true, but it could be. I mean, it could be one of those things where they like hurt each other, right? Like where neither one has good weekly value because they're splitting reps until Javonte takes over, or if he takes over.
Yeah.
It could be one of those things where they're splitting reps, so it's like neither one really has a lot of value.
But what if he hadn't gotten Gordon?
Yeah, I mean, maybe get like Connor or Drake or something. Who I don't think Gordon has more upside than those guys necessarily. I think maybe I'm wondering if like he'd gotten like Chris Carson over Higgins, and then gotten a guy like Judy. I think I probably would like that a little more. Not that I don't like Javonte, but yeah, it's like.
I think he's solid at every position except for running back, and he's gonna either attack it on the waiver wire or deal with it mid-season. And I think he got enough at the end that he'll be serviceable. He'll obviously have that 1 week spot, but he'll be hard to beat every week.
Yeah, I mean, he needs one of those running backs to hit. That's the thing. And even Etienne, I'm like nervous about Etienne now with the way they go. So none of those guys to me, but he's got tons. Like those first 4 picks have tons of upside. He's got Russell Wilson. I think I like Ale's team a little better because he's got nice upside too as far as his 3 receivers go. But he's a little better obviously he's much better as RB1, and I think even better as RB2. So I'm going to give Francis an 8 here as well. I think he's one of the 8 teams. But certainly, like, if Javonte or Etienne hits, his team is going to, he's got one of those teams that might start slow, but it could be a monster by the end of the season for sure. All right, Barquios, Diggs, Ridley, Cooper. Again, that's very nice. Montgomery, Mike Davis. That's a really good start.
Yeah.
2 solid RBs, 3 very high upside wide receivers. Then you got Kyler. Then you got Curtis Samuel. Give him a little depth. He got Mostert, who I like. I don't like Zach Moss, but whatever. It's like your RB4. Williams, Marshall, Logan Thomas at the end. I'm not that high on Logan Thomas, but Logan Thomas in the 12th is good. I think this might be the best team so far. You guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think this is a 9. I'm going to give this one a 9. I think this is the best team so far because this team should be good from week 1, and it can even get better. So, yeah, it's the best one so far. All right, Pierre, JT, Hopkins, Jones, Johnson. That's really good. Hawkinson, know he loves him. Jacobs, Connor. I mean, one of those guys should be a serviceable RB2. Waddle, Gage, Gio, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Trevor Lawrence at the end. That's great value there at the end. This is also a really good team. I feel like this is probably just as good as Barquios' team, but in a different way. Like
I'd give the edge to Barquios. I like his running backs a little bit better, and I think his QB is just better. And
his QB is definitely better.
And his wide receivers, like they're the same. And to be honest, I'm actually leaning more towards like Diggs, Ridley, Cooper than I am Hopkins, Jones, Johnson.
Yeah, I agree with that. But don't you think Taylor is a significant upgrade over Montgomery, and Jacobs and Connor are at least as good as Davis, if not better? Like
I think Taylor and Montgomery, like, because I don't know, like I think Montgomery does what he did last year, and that's the Taylor row. So like them two are equal to me. And
well, if he does that, then Barquios is winning this league.
Oh yeah. Well, like I just meant he's going to get that many touches. Now I don't know what his fantasy. So like I think he gets the touches. So that's why I give the lean, and not anything against Pierre. It's a great team. So.
All right, we'll give Pierre 8.5. We'll put him on with the ale right behind Barquios.
Yeah.
All right, Marquise, Chubb, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Adam Thielen, Gaskin, Judy, Drake Harris, Debo, Stafford. That's nice. Parker, Higbee in the last, fine. I mean, a little nervous about Gaskin, but he's got Drake. He's got Harris. I definitely like his wide receivers. Obviously not as much as Barquios or Pierre.
So which receiver is the one you're most off of? I just want to see out of those 3, which one do you not like?
DJ Moore, 100%.
It's the same thing with me. I'm looking at DJ Moore and I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, and that's sad. I feel like it's sad.
And it's not anything against DJ Moore. It's because he's got Sam Darnold.
Yeah, it's Sam Darnold, and it's McCaffrey for me. Like McCaffrey is the target leader there first, and then and so that's why when I look at Moore, I'm like, oh man,
I still think it's a good team. He's got Jerry Jeudy, who I think has plenty of upside. I think he's got some decent RB2 options. He's got Stafford, I like. He's fine. I think this is also an 8 team.
Yeah.
So we had Barquios with a 9, Pierre and Ale with an 8 or 8.5. Who did I say? Arsenal, Mikey, Francis, and Marquise with an 8.
Did someone do your team, Chris?
No, you want to do my team since you're on here?
Sure. So Kamara in the 3rd, like that. Najee Harris, the back of the 2nd. It's probably you. Hopefully that's where he's going to go right before your drafts. I've seen him go in the middle and even closer to the end. CD for upside. It's awesome. Sutton, great. And I think he gets back to form this year. You got Claypool, Boyd. I'm surprised you actually took another running back, Trey Sermon. Went with your Hurts.
Well, this is only a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex league, so
Okay. How many running backs? Two as well? Sorry.
Yeah, 2 running backs.
Yeah. So Gus Edwards, Latavius Murray. I mean, I think you have your running backs solid, even bye weeks. And I don't even know how that's going to fall out. Looks good. You got Tunyon. You remember to draft a tight end. I guess that's a plus. And Jacoby Myers. So you have to flex Claypool, which isn't bad, or Boyd. Um, and if Jacoby comes on, yeah. So I will say I'm going to give you the same grade you gave Pierre, because I feel like you and Pierre are exactly the same. He's got a better tight end and like his QB a little bit more. You have a better running back though, and he edges you out in receiver, but not by much. So yeah, I'm gonna give you the same grade you gave Pierre, which was like an 8.5.
Yeah, I'll take that. I think, yeah, I would like my team better if I had gone Samuel over Boyd. I totally whiffed on Samuel, but yeah, no, my team definitely has holes. So
Yeah, like even so, you had Sermon and Edwards, and then I don't know who you could have chose over Murray. So let me look at that. Like Mike Williams was still there, I guess. Like just another upside receiver might have been good. I know you're not. I don't know. Wait, you wouldn't have gotten Williams, but you could have got Marvin Jones, which
yeah, I felt like I mean, maybe I did need the running backs because I did go RB. I felt
yeah,
like
the RB, and then Trey Sermon, who could be that late round, and then Gus is also still involved. So can you talk on Murray news? Because I've heard he's like now not even considered the backup or
no, there was like a couple Mikey and I were talking about this. There were a couple beat writers who said they thought he was a cut candidate, but then Nick Underhill, who's like, he's on top of it 100%.
yeah.
He said no, he doesn't think he's going to get cut. He thinks
I didn't think he would be. Like I'm big on Kamara, but like Murray just has his role. He's been there, and so like I didn't think it was anything. But I was like, if Murray's gone, Kamara's value is just through the roof. But
yeah, no,
I guess you got.
Obviously, if he gets cut, then yeah, but I haven't heard any. He's gonna.
Yeah, I haven't.
He started the first preseason game with Kamara out, so it wasn't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like they had Freeman out there and other guys, and then. So no, I don't think he's getting cut.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I just wanted to make sure before I was like, oh yeah, Murray's good solid pick in the late rounds.
But I agree. I mean, I think I always forget about Marvin Jones because I always forget about some of these guys because they're so buried on sleeper. But yeah, I think Marvin Jones would have been a good pick there for sure.
Yeah, Jones, just that late round upside guy that could maybe hit you a home run. What I mean by that is not someone who's going to take your wide receiver one, though. If they do, that's awesome. But someone who's just as solid as your flex play every week, like hits it out of the park, can average you. You want them to average you between 10 and 15 points, but if they can give you 20, 25, then yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for hopping on for the last part.
Yeah, for a little bit. I was like, I think they're still on. I'll hop on and see what's going on. Say hi to everybody.
So don't forget, guys. We got one on Sunday. Anybody wants to mock draft with us Sunday morning? I think we still have some spots. Let me make sure before I say anything. Yeah, we still have spots. So jump in there. We have lots of spots actually.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Let's see.
Kobe Myers just scored again.
There you go. Like 12th round pick.
Oh no, that was a replay. I was gonna say.
Okay.
I was like, great. Now I'm not gonna be able to get him in the late rounds anymore. I still might not, but we'll see.
All right. Yeah. I was gonna say, does Endgame have a Twitter page?
Yes, but we don't use it. We just use our own Twitters. But we do have a Twitter page.
Because I was following you and then Pierre, and then I was like, wait, where's Endgames? Because that would be awesome to like when you post those posts, or maybe just do them on Endgames. But
yeah, we do have an Endgame one. We just don't post on it because we're bad at that stuff. I hardly even send out tweets. It's like I hardly tweet.
So. You tweet on your accounts. That's why I was like, I don't know why he doesn't.
Yeah, but like maybe once or twice a day, which I guess for most people is a lot. But like people I follow tweet like 20 times a day, 30 times a day.
Yeah, but if you're doing end games, if you do one a day, I think you're fine. You're keeping up with. Well, just a thought.
Yeah. All right. Well, I was really excited, by the way, when this started. I had the Eagles game on. I was like, Jalen Hurts is going to go out there and light up the Patriots. It's going to be great. And then they held him out with an illness. So
Turns out he's got the runs.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that, so I was going to go back and look at this Eagles game and see how he did.
Well, I will say this on the plus side for Jalen Hurts, Joe Flacco looked horrendous.
Well, that's good.
So I don't think Joe Flacco is coming for Jalen Hurts' job right now because the Eagles look terrible. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Jalen Hurts. I'm sure we'll hear more. They said it wasn't COVID related, so I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Maybe they just said, hey, because they did joint practice all week with the Patriots, so maybe they just said, hey, you don't need to play tonight. It's fine. But we'll see. We'll see what they say.
Yeah, I honestly would have liked to see him play in this game, and I would have thought it would be more beneficial because, like, I'm considering Hurts a rookie QB as far as this season's concerned, and Belichick just gets rookies. Like, he shakes them up and spits them out, and it happens every year. So I would have rather him play them in the preseason. That way, if they played them in season or even in like the playoffs, if they make it or whatever, he was just better prepared. But I guess he was sick, so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he just had, like we were talking about, maybe he ate something bad or who knows. But we'll see. But yeah, I was really excited. I was like, cool, I'm gonna be drafting. I'm gonna watch Jalen Hurts and I'm gonna trash talk everybody when he does something great. But oh well. On the plus side, what's that?
I said, turns out he didn't play and no one came on.
He didn't play. Yeah, exactly. He didn't play and no one was even here to trash talk, so maybe it worked out. Exactly. So no one was even here, so it worked out. All right, guys. Well, Mikey, appreciate you hopping on and chatting. Jeremy, appreciate you hopping on late and grading my team.
No problem, man.
We'll see you guys on Sunday, and I'm sure we'll see you in the Discord as well.
Yep. See you in the Discord. See you guys.
See you guys.
See you guys.